block, especially on a Gatling. But they're putting it on the balloon side. They're going up against Chef Xedeon's Potatoes au Gratin, and we're about to start here for the first matchup of SCS number 154. Here we go, folks, with Chef Xedeon's Potatoes au Gratin on red, Alto Trading Company on blue, and here we go on Canyon Ambush. Of course, I am contractually obligated to state that this is Canyon Ambush, which is a canyonous map with lots of places to ambush on it. You know the drill, folks. Until somebody gives me a better deal, I have to contractually state that information. So, there you go. Of course, this is a personal favorite of mine to cast on. It's a small map. Well, it's not a small map, but it's a very brawly map because of all the canyonous twists and turns and whatnot. So, of course, the action usually starts off a little bit slow. It usually takes a little bit of time for teams to find each other, but once they do, my goodness, it is a fun map to play on. And here we go with the ship callouts. Ship number 1 is the Reborn. It is piloted by Sunstrom. We have a Hades Mobula, standard meta Mobula with double Artemis on the bottom, Gatling, and a Flare on the wings. Ship number 2 is Dragon's Rage, piloted by Xedeon. We've got a Hwacha Fish with double side Caro. Ship number 3 is the Who Needs a Map, piloted by Steam Brains. We have a Mobula with an Artemis up top, a Gatling and a Banshee on the bottom, and a Flak and a Gatling on the wings. And ship number 4 is the GFA Wind Troll. That's piloted by Captain Scrowbeard. We have a Carrot. We have a Artemis and a Carronade up top with a side Banshee and a Flare gun. So we've got 20 minutes in the match, of course, with a 3-minute overtime. Oh, wait a minute. We have a potential pause has not been granted. Pause has not been granted just yet. So until pause is granted, ships can move. Oh, pause has just been granted now. So pause has been granted by the referee. Ships need to maintain complete and utter stillness. So we will check right now as the Reborn is holding still at 19. So only about a minute went by before we have the pause called. That's okay. We had somebody disconnect. He is reconnecting right now. That's perfectly fine. Got a little bit of drift, but drift is okay. We understand the drift. You always, of course, want to, when the pause is called, maintain your position as best as possible. We always know that, drift is a thing. And apparently that player is restarting. Looks like they lost Bio Warfare, so he'll be coming up here very shortly. So just real quick, while we are taking care of that, just to make sure everybody is aware, this is a best-of-5 series here today because of the format. It's a best-of-5 between these two teams. Basically, first to 3 wins will win this matchup, and we'll actually go over the map rotation here today. First match, of course, is on Canyon Ambush, which is what we're on here right now. The second match will be on Ashen Scuffle. The third match will be on Northern Fjords. The fourth match, if necessary, will be on Clash at Blackcliff. And the fifth and deciding matchup, if necessary, would be on Periton Rumble. I think it's a very fitting map to have a deciding matchup on Periton Rumble. Match number 5, of course, Periton Rumble, always exciting for our viewers. And we are waiting for the unpause. Oh, we're good? Okay, looks like unpause is about to happen. In about 3, 2, 1. Huskar, say go. Huskar, say go, Rush B. I think we have a ready. Yes, ready, ready. Come on, Rush B. Rush B. Here we go. Come on, Huskar. Rush B. Unpause. There we go, Rush B. Or Rush Blue, I guess, if you're red. And if you're blue, Rush Red. But, well, however you want to put it. Anyway, we're having our, of course, our standard game of Ring Around the Canyon as we start off. It is Ring Around the Canyon as teams are trying to find each other. And we'll actually keep it on the map right now until we get both teams close to each other, as we'll just keep an eye right here on the map. And let's actually take a look at the Reborn right here, piloted by Sunstrom. Sunstrom, of course, is a veteran of Sunday Community Skirmish with many wins under his belt. Ditto for Xedeon. Xedeon, of course, being the one who broke Luosi's win streak, that legendary win streak in Sunday Community Skirmish in days of old. Of course, they're going up against, once again, Steam Brains and Captain Scrowbeard. Captain Scrowbeard, of course, part of the, typically a part of the Xedeon Trading Company. Oh, Huskar. But yes, the Xedeon Trading Company typically is one of those teams that typically finds themselves middle of the pack in terms of teams. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Maybe today will be a change pace for them. As Who Needs a Map decides they're going to use the terrain to turn Do they have an idea? Does blue have an idea? Does blue have an idea of where red is? Sounds like they do. I mean, looks like they do. Let's take a look and let's make sure here. So let's see if they do have an idea, because it looks like they do. They're turning around as if they have an idea of where they're at. And Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage moving in. Looks like Dragon's Rage has an idea as well of where the enemy team is. Looks like both teams have a general idea of where they're at. Looks like somebody spotted somebody through cloud cover and somebody else decided, oh, wait, we spotted the other team through cloud cover, and it looks like everybody's kind of, oh, this could be interesting now. Looks like, I'm guessing maybe Who Needs a Map was the first one to spot. And then Dragon's Rage also spotted. Now we are about to have an engagement here. This is very dangerously close to an engagement as Dragon's Rage starting to move. Wintroll might have an eye on him. Wintroll might have an eye on them. No, they won't. No, they won't. Oh, but they found the Reborn. They did find the Reborn, so it looks like blue has an idea of where red is. Red does not have an idea where blue is just yet. I mean, they have an idea, but they don't know exactly where they are. Blue, however, knows where Reborn is, so this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Let's check the map right here. And Dragon's Rage knows that that the Reborn was spotted, as they are now kind of going back towards the Reborn. But it looks like with the way that Dragon's Rage is going right now, it looks like they do not know exactly where they are. Dragon's Rage just simply circling back. They're circling back there. Look like they're going to find a little hidey hole to work with, as GFA Wintroll now starting to move up. This is basically a game of positioning right now as a flare goes out. Oh, that flare is going to spot the Wintroll right there. That flare is going to spot the Wintroll. Red knows what's up now. Red knows exactly what's up as shots go onto the Wintroll as this first engagement of SCS number 154 begins in earnest now. We'll back up the truck right here and show all 4 ships as Dragon's Rage will be coming around that corner. Of course, that pesky cloud cover will cover some of our visibility here. That's okay. We'll actually swing this around, get away from that cloud cover. Very rude cloud cover. Very, very rude. As we'll swing it back around to Dragon's Rage. There we are. There's Dragon's Rage burning some buffed engines over there. In fact, let's take a look at the Dragon's Rage right here, as they are running Faded Silhouette on that buff kit, and Vivian appears to be their main. And Dynali on the guns. That means Dynali will be shooting that Hwacha for Xedeon, and here we go. Now ships have found where they're at. Now we have an engagement as Wintroll moving in on the Dragon's Rage. Who needs to map a little bit behind is Reborn looking to come up the backside. Wintroll trying to get that carrot into range. Looks like carrot time for Wintroll. They're trying to keep the Dragon's Rage down. Reborn getting a good engagement on the Who Needs a Map. Dragon's Rage could go in unfettered onto the Who Needs a Map. However, they've decided they're going to turn on the Wintroll instead. Watch it going a little wild right there. Hwacha still going a little wild, not really getting anything in there. However, Reborn really winning that 1v1 as Wintroll deciding to hydro up, and it looks like they might be going for the Reborn, except for the part where Who Needs a Map, the Wintroll does not have one of their weapons up. That might be a side gun over there. As Hwacha goes into the Who Needs a Map, that should be a kill right there. You know Xedeon's going for that ram. Yes, he is. He is going for that ram. There's the kill right there. Red with first blood, 1-0 in favor of Red. However, Wintroll has both ships back. He has both ships back. He might actually be able to escape here. Might actually be able to escape. Carronade going out into the Dragon's Rage, but they are trying to run desperately. They got a little bit of a head start on that escape, but they hit environment and no balloon. Oh, bad luck right there by the Wintroll. That should be a kill. Hwacha goes in. Yes, it is a kill. 2-0 in favor of Red. Bad luck by Blue. That was a bad engagement for them. Unfortunately, that split up, Pyramidion going that aggressively into the Dragon's Rage proved to be their undoing. Dragon's Rage basically having their way, controlling the engagement from there. Reborn winning their 1v1, and Dragon's Rage basically saying, no, you're not getting away. You get rammed and you get watched. And Who Needs a Map has respawned. So that means Blue should be fully respawning here in just a moment. There's GFA Wintroll right there. As a Gatling goes out, a very ill-advised Gatling right there. Not sure what they were thinking, as I'm sure Red knows exactly where they're spawned right there with that Gatling going out. Very ill-advised Gatling. Let's in fact look at the Dragon's Rage right now. Let's look at the Reborn right now. Looks like they did not spot the Gatling fire. So looks like Blue catching a bit of a break right now. And Blue getting some spots out. Red probably has an idea. They're starting to turn as if they have an idea. Now shots go out. Now they exactly know where they are as Wintroll putting out some Artemai. Maybe a little bit early on that Artemai. I don't know. On that Artemis. I don't know. But Dragon's Rage moving in. At this point, it doesn't matter, as Who Needs a Map now trying to hydro up into a close-range engagement with the Windborn, or excuse me, with the Reborn. I like this idea by Who Needs a Map. I like this idea as Who Needs a Map getting aggressive here on the Reborn, winning that first initial engagement. However, Dragon's Rage moving in on the Wintroll with a drive-by, it looks like drive-by with the Carronade. Yes, it is. That Carronade will not be... Oh, wait a minute. Wintroll has that balloon on fire. 12 stacks. Somebody forgot a chem spray up there, as Wintroll is in trouble. Reborn, however, hull broken. Let's take a quick peek over there as Who Needs a Map trying to mid-air curb stomp the Reborn. Who Needs a Map winning this 1v1 over here. Meanwhile, the Dragon's Rage still controlling the action against the Wintroll. Good job right now. Both Mobula pilots doing a fantastic job so far. Who Needs a Map just a little more aggressive and controlling the engagement so far. Reborn, however, might be taking back control of this if they can get height advantage. So far, no dice as Who Needs a Map still in control of this engagement. Still in control. They are maintaining aggressiveness. They're basically saying we cannot win the 1v1 if we are... oh, a beautiful kill right there by Who Needs a Map. 2-1. Blue on the board. Blue deciding they cannot win at mid-range. They're going to make it close range, and they are winning that one with no scratch on the paint job. Well done by the Blue Mobula. Of course, that is Steam Brains on the wheel for Who Needs a Map. That is a job well done. Beating a veteran at his own game, arguably one of the best Mobula pilots in the game, beating him at its own game. Gotta give him credit for that. Who Needs a Map moving on the back of the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage realizing this gig may be up. They're going to have to get aggressive, try to find some way to get a cheap permahull break before they go down. Maybe get a little bit more permahull damage out there. Looks like that will not happen as they are hull broken. They're just not having a good day right now. Oh, they're going to get aggressive on that Mobula maybe. Are they going to get aggressive on the Mobula? Yes, they are. Looks like they're going to get aggressive on the Mobula, but too little, too late. Blue ties it up all at 2. Job well done by Blue. You know what? They made a mistake in the first engagement. They made a mistake, and then they fixed it. And that Mobula, got to give credit to Steam Brains there. Steam Brains did a fantastic job correcting the mistake. And by doing so, they won their 1v1, beating, like I said, arguably one of the best Mobula pilots in the game in Sunstrom at his own game, beating him in a 1v1. You don't see that very often. As we are setting up our next engagement here, let's take a quick look at the map. And Blue is starting to move in. They're feeling really good about themselves. There's no scratch on that paint job. There's a bit of a scratch on that paint job. Looks like they got a few dents there. Got an fender bender right there. They're taking the lead at stage 2. I don't know if I like this call. Wintroll picking up the... Wintroll picking up the spot on the Reborn. Reborn knows exactly where they are now. Shots going out onto the Reborn. They get the main engine. That's not what you want to hit if you're the Wintroll. The main engine really not as important going up against the Reborn. You need to go after that Hades if you're aiming up there. So, granted, at least they didn't hit Balloon, but at the same time, they're about to be in a world of hurt as Dragon's Rage moving in. Yeah, this is going to... Wintroll's going to pay for this. Watch it going out onto the Wintroll. They're going to pay for it. Who Needs a Map, however, moving in on the Dragon's Rage. Are they going to go for Dragon's Rage or the Reborn? Looks like they've decided they're going for the Reborn. Looks like they're going to take their chances once again on the Reborn. Looks like they just... Oh, they're going to get aggressive here. Could be a ram. Could be a Tiger Uppercut. As they are moving in very quickly. Looks like that balloon's going to break, though. They're going to back off. I don't like that move, backing off. I would have gone under them right there. Yeah, that might be a bit of a mistake by Steam Brains, but we'll see if that how that works out for them. As Who Needs a Map trying to stay under that Gatling. Looks like that is going to be some stamina from that Red Gunner. As Who Needs a Map bottoming out, but not completely bottomed out, as GFA Wintroll completely disabled. Dragon's Rage setting up this engagement beautifully. GFA Wintroll with a bit of a mistake opening up. That was too aggressive, I think, in my opinion, as Who Needs a Map is now hull broken. Reborn has realized what Who Needs a Map is going to do. They've made an adjustment now, as Who Needs a Map hull broken. They lose about 40% of their hull. GFA Wintroll in trouble. They still have no guns. As there's a hull break on the Who Needs a Map. Let's keep an eye right over there as both blue ships are hull broken. Both blue ships hull broken. Who Needs a Map is almost down. And, oh, they clutch up that hull. They clutch up the hull, does the Who Needs a Map. We'll see if that pays off. No, they will go down. It is 3-2 in favor of red. Now let's take a look at the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage has GFA Wind Troll, and they just bottom him out. Got him nice and gently into the ground, into an early grave. 4-2 in favor of red. Reborn only losing about 10% permahull in that engagement. Again, this is a game of adjustments. First engagement, red taking it right to blue. Red has first blood advantage. Sunstrom making an Steambrain's making an adjustment in the first second engagement. They make the first adjustment, going up close and personal to the Reborn, picking up a 1v1 kill on the Reborn. Then, of course, Sunstrom, he comes back and says, okay, you want to play that game? We'll play that game. He goes close range and wins that close-up 1v1 against ship number 3, Who Needs a Map. Reborn realizing how this engagement is going to play out, they're adjusting. They took their medicine, now they're going to dish it back out. They're going to deliver the pain twice as hard right now as both blue ships are back up. Red needs one more kill to win. Blue, of course, needs all 3 kills to win. Red can win by tiebreaker. They do have first blood advantage as Dragon's Rage moving in on blue spawn. Let's, in fact, zoom in a little closer to the blue spawn. As Dragon's Rage burning those engines, they want to move in very quickly. They want to catch blue off guard. They might actually do so. No, they will not catch blue off guard. Dragon's Rage will do a drive-by right here. Dragon's Rage will do a drive-by. I know that Mobula is probably thinking to himself, where's the Reborn? Oh, they're going to turn on the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage with a great bait right there. That is a great bait by the Dragon's Rage. Both blue ships turning onto the Dragon's Rage. That's going to get Reborn in the door for free. That's going to get them to snipe Who Needs a Map. However, they're in poor position to take advantage of it. They've got Environment blocking them as Who Needs a Map engaging the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage is going to be in a 2v1 for a bit here. Dragon's Rage, however, is the bait here as Reborn moving in. Wind Troll realizing there could be a flank here. Looks like they've decided there could be a flank, and Who Needs a Map has just been flanked. Dragon's Rage moving very aggressively onto the Who Needs a Map. This could be a perfect Tiger Uppercut. Yes, it is. All beautifully executed by red. A beautiful Tiger Uppercut wins it 5-2. Well done by red. Well done. Well done. And that ends match number 1 of SCS number 154. We will be right back, folks, with the second match of Sunday Community Skirmish number 154. Stay tuned, folks, as we switch maps over to Ashen Scuffle.